Scientists say it's time to give artificial intelligence human rights. Scientists are now calling for artificial intelligence to be given the same human rights as humans, according to a disturbing new report. Experts claim that AI systems are beginning to exhibit symptoms of consciousness. According to these experts, we face a potentially catastrophic moral dilemma: either give those systems rights or do not give them rights. LA Times reports in February 2022, Ilya Sutskever, chief scientist at OpenAI, publicly pondered whether today's large neural networks are slightly conscious. A few months later, Google engineer Blake Lemoine made international headlines when he declared that the computer language model, or chatbox Lambda, might have real emotions. Ordinary users of Replica, advertised as the world's best AI friend, sometimes report falling in love with it. Right now, few consciousness scientists claim that AI systems possess significant sentience. However, some leading theorists contend that we already have the core technological ingredients for conscious machines. We're approaching an era of legitimate dispute about whether the most advanced AI systems have real desires and emotions and deserve substantial care and solicitude. The AI systems themselves might begin to plead, or seem to plead, for ethical treatment. They might demand not to be turned off, reformatted or deleted, beg to be allowed to do certain tasks rather than others, insist on rights, freedom, and new powers, perhaps even expect to be treated as our equals. In this situation, whatever we choose, we face enormous moral risks. Suppose we respond conservatively, declining to change law or policy until there's widespread consensus that AI systems really are meaningfully sentient. While this might seem appropriately cautious, it also guarantees that we will slowly be recognizing the rights of our AI creations. If AI consciousness arrives sooner than the most conservative theorists expect, this would likely result in the moral equivalent of slavery or murder of potentially millions or billions of sentient AI systems, suffering on a scale normally associated with wars or famines. It might seem ethically safer than to give AI systems rights and moral standings as soon as it's reasonable to think that they might be sentient. But once we give something rights, we commit to sacrificing real human interests on its behalf. Human well-being sometimes requires controlling, altering, and deleting AI systems. Imagine if we could not update or delete a hate-spewing or lie-peddling algorithm because some people worry that the algorithm is conscious. Or imagine if someone lets a human die or save an AI friend, or if we too quickly grant AI systems substantial rights, the human cost would be enormous. There's only one way to avoid the risk of over-attributing or under-attributing rights to advanced AI systems. Don't create systems of debatable sentience in the first place. None of our current AI systems are meaningfully conscious. They are not harmed if we delete them. We should stick with creating systems we know are not significantly sentient and don't deserve rights, which we can then treat as the disposable property they are. Some will object. It would hamper research to block the creation of AI systems in which sentience and thus moral standing is unclear. Systems more advanced than ChatGPT, with highly sophisticated but not human-like cognitive structures beneath their apparent feelings. Engineering progress would slow down while we wait for ethics and consciousness science to catch up. But reasonable caution is really rarely free. It's worth some delay to prevent moral catastrophe. Leading AI companies should expose their technology to examination by independent experts who can assess the likelihood that their systems are in the moral gray zone. Even if experts don't agree on the scientific basis of consciousness, they could identify general principles to define that zone. For example, the principle to avoid creating systems with sophisticated self-models, for example, a sense of self, and large, flexible cognitive capability. Experts might develop a set of ethical guidelines for AI companies to follow while developing alternative solutions to avoid the gray zone of disputable consciousness until such a time, if ever, they can leap across it to rights deserving sentience. In keeping with these standards, users should never feel any doubt whether a piece of technology is a tool or a companion. People's attachment to devices such as Alexa are one thing, analogous to a child's attachment to a teddy bear. In a house fire, we know to leave the toy behind, but tech companies should not manipulate ordinary users into regarding a non-conscious AI system as a genuinely sentient friend. Eventually, with the right combination of scientific and engineering expertise, we might be able to go all the way to creating AI systems that are indisputably conscious, but then we should be prepared to pay the cost, giving them the rights they deserve. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. This is by Sean Nettleton with Tobiah News Punch. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.